And this is part of a Dell 17-inch monitor. I think it's like a I don't remember the model, but I'll look at it in a minute. But I got this monitor for free. The client had it. It wouldn't turn on. They've had it a couple years. It's out of warranty, so it's over 3 years old. And so they were going to chunk it. They replaced it, and so I got it and took it apart. Here's the power supply board. There's the input. I didn't video taking it apart, but I will video putting it back together to show how you can take it apart. We got two bad capacitors that are leaking and bulged, so I think that's probably what the problem is. So I was looking through what I've got. I've got some 1000 UF capacitors and 16 volt. These are 1000 10 volt. It's okay to go up on the volts, so I've got two of these. I'll go ahead and put these in, and they'll fit. They're a little bit taller, but there's room for them. So I'll put those in. We'll see if it fixes it, and then I'll show how to put it back together. And then that monitor, I used to have a 21 inch CRT, and another client had this 19 inch LCD Acer, and it wouldn't turn on. And so it was under warranty, and they got so frustrated trying to talk to Acer on the phone and get it warranted that they gave up on it and decided to chunk it and replaced it and swore never to buy Acer again. So they were going to chunk it, so I took it, went online, and found Acer's warranty process online, and so I submitted a request, paid $10 to ship it to Acer, and they shipped it back. Works perfect. As you can see. So that's my $10 19-inch monitor. Maybe this will be my free 17-inch. Well, a couple years ago, I guess I paid $1.65 a piece for these capacitors, so my $3 and some odd cent monitor. So we'll see if it fixes it. Just need to desolder these two and put the new ones in.
Here's a little tip. When you're trying to find where you need to be desoldering when the circuit board's got a lot of stuff on it, if you look, most of them, they label everything. So you can't see it on here, but it says C825 right by this capacitor. So when you flip it over, there's labels on this side, C825. So these two are the leads for that capacitor. So I'll just desolder these, pull the capacitor out, and then find the number for the other one, pull them out. Now you can't see anything with this camera, but the new ones are soldered in. Just barely short enough.
Alright, to get the little power supply circuit board off, there was just 4 screws there. There's another 3 that hold the heat sinks. Then this whole assembly sets down on the LCD panel. There's 4 screws aside. This just you can lift it up out of this bezel to take those out. So all this plugs sits on here. Got your wires that plug in. Remember where they all go. And then this thing sets on there and it snaps on. And so you get, there's four, I can't flip over right now, but on the back side where the stand comes off, there's 4 screws back there. You gotta undo those 4. And then you can get a screwdriver. There's a notch on the bottom of the LCD. If you look in the panel, I'll show you when I get it back together. There's a notch. You can get a screwdriver in there and start popping the front panel off. Once you get the front panel all the way off, then all of this will come out of there, as long as you've got these 4 screws out of the back. Alright, it's mostly back together. Here's the screws that you have to undo on the side. Here's this thing. It kind of comes apart when you take it apart, but spring just goes down on there. So now we just take this piece here, kind of start it like that. Oops. Lost this piece. Set that back on it. Lost that piece again.
Maybe it needs to be different.
It's all snapped together. This just sets back on there. It snaps in. There's that button. There's the 4 screws I still have to put together. Here's the, if you're looking at the bottom, you can see that little gap right there. That's where you get your screwdriver in to pry this front bezel off so you can get it apart. So I'll put the last 4 screws in it and we'll go try it and see if it works. It works. $2.65 capacitors. So this monitor actually turned out to be cheaper than that one because I had to pay $10 shipping on that one. So not bad. $3.30 plus tax is what it cost to fix this one. So probably replace that one to 15. So take the 15 flat panel, replace it with 17 flat panel, and probably turn that one into a TV and mount it on the wall.